You're aware that guns come in all shapes and sizes and have all sorts of peculiarities. They might have, you know, all sorts of weirdnesses. And it's because the people have been trying for literally over a century to figure out how to make any gun into one that works in some specific way, different and better than others. And then we see this one. This is about the most generic looking thing you can ever see. Kind of stylish, kind of rounded surfaces, so it fits humans. Ergonomics are nice. Okay. And that appears to be some sort of shotgun shell put through the trigger. It looks like one anyway to me. I'm assuming that's a 410 cartridge, but who knows? Anyway, it has some numbers on it, and it's in borscht. Okay, but anyway, let's look at the next one. Let's just look at this one. Did you know you can take a gun apart and put it back together again, but leave out the trigger? Just anyway, it's a cute joke, but it's nice. But where's the trigger? Apparently, that's a line in the movie, but I can't find a source for it. So anyway, here we go. That looks familiar, doesn't it? Let's look. Yeah, it's that gun, exactly that gun, but the trigger guard and a lot of metal that went with it is gone. It's almost exactly the same thing, and it has a suspiciously knurled muzzle device there, and it has some writing on it. The word Fox is visible, but it has the same pull thingy on the back there, right above the probably slide release and safety. That one does. It's just that it's more of a round knob-looking thing that looks like it was hit with a hammer really hard. So what the hell is it? Now, some of you already know where this is, especially if you're into Velodog pistols. Velodogs, if you're not aware of it, and also other types, were made at one time that were below 25 caliber, and they were made with the trigger not on the gun. Now, there are versions that operated by you squeezing the pistol in a special way or applying pressure to the back like a thumb trigger. This is not one of those, though. This is what it looks like, a really good close-up, by the way. And you'll notice up front here, there's something you're supposed to catch on, just like that thing. And I like that it has an adjustable rear sight. That's good. But this thing looks like almost that it could be a really high-caliber weapon somehow. It isn't, by the way. But you notice the emblems and stuff on the handle grips, on the grips. This is the other side that you saw before. And you'll notice again that you can't see from that side, but on this side you can see a catch up front. Okay, and you can see those, it looks like a set of pins, or maybe that's a push slide release, or I don't know. It could be a crossbolt safety. Could go through. Okay, there it is. It has a trigger that is released by popping out pin out in the front. The idea is that you can put it in your pocket, and it makes it mechanically impossible to pull the trigger because you have to release the trigger. Now, some of them do that if you pull back on the well, it would probably be a striker at the top, but on whatever it is that's used for the blowback action to charge it, it would pop out the trigger. But this one doesn't appear to be one of them. I was just trying to figure out what that would happen, and people were making jokes. Wow, a gun with no trigger on it, and it's a magazine-fed pistol. It holds 6.35 millimeter, aka 25 ACP looking thing, Brownings, 6-shot, and the bullets come out at like 754 feet per second. And the problem with it is it has a generic name, Czechoslovakian model 1922 Fox. And we're going to go back and look at that. You can see Fox, you can see pistol, you can see PAT for patent, and then you see some things that are hard to pronounce or read. There's an actual rule on books internationally that if something is hard to read in the language that it was put up in, I don't know if that would qualify in this case, that it's not properly marked, it's not properly serialized, and you're not supposed to sell it on the international market. But you can see it's the same one. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring it up. It's a weird little gun based on this not so weird looking gun, made to where it would pack easier and it would be a lot harder for you to pull the trigger by accident. I also made it to where if somebody didn't know what they were doing, they wouldn't be able to shoot it. They'd have to know the trick. So anyway, yeah, it was the gun with no trigger, because there are some. By the way, I don't know if you know it, but that gun he's holding right there, there's a variation of it. It's called trick gun, where you pull back on, of all things, the trigger guard, which makes it toward the trigger guard does the exact opposite of what the gun was supposed to do and makes it distinctively unsafe. Anyway, Cool device. Just saw it today. Trying to find information about it. I have all the links below, so if you looked up what was written about it, you'll find this video, and you'll know the answer very, very soon. Later. Daily dose of internet mode. Bye.